Do you think they care? Do you think they care? For many of us, growing up, love came with conditions. For you to be loved, there was a condition. You must do this to get this. Most people are not thinking about you as much as you think. And I want to tell you that courage is not loud. Courage is quiet. Peace is expensive and courage is the price.
Welcome to AM MAVIN 256, the pulse of the youth, where reality meets conversation. Get ready for real talk on mental health, life hustles, politics, entertainment, and everything in between. Your platform, your voice, your vibe. Let's move the conversation forward.
Yes, if you're watching this, it means life didn't defeat you. So don't quit now. Welcome back to AM MAVIN 256 Podcast, the only podcast that you need to be on. And I'm very happy that you are tuned in to watch and join with me today. My name is Mavin and I welcome you to this channel. And if you're here, just know it's not by accident. Yes, appreciate and be here. If you're new here, I want you to subscribe, comment, share, give us your feedback. Forward this message to everyone, because we all know that what kills most people of late is lack of information. So if people get information, chances are high that they are going to be saved and they are going to be well. Yes, thank you for joining me, and I'm really, really very happy that you are with me here today. This is our second episode for 2026, and I'm very, very glad that you have joined me. And I'm so happy that you are here with me. I will say that again. That tells me something about you, that even if life may have tried to slow you down, even though pressure, fear, disappointments may still be present in your life, you are still searching. That's the most important thing. You are still listening, and above it all, you are still choosing growth, because when you listen to such kind of episodes, they help you to grow. When you listen to such kind of podcasts, they help you to grow as a person, and that matters. Today, I want us to talk about something that is so important, something that is so good, and that's a question that controls many lives, especially the young people. And today, I designed another, we call it a script, but I designed another leaf of information that I want to share with you so that we understand. Today, I have a simple question. It's very, very simple, but so powerful. The question is like this. Do you think they care? Do you think they care? Think about it. That's the question. Because many decisions that we make, many things that we delay as people, as the youth, many parts of ourselves that we do hide, they all come back to this one question of, do you think they care? So this episode today is not for blaming anyone. It's for freeing yourself from what has been holding you, from what has been putting you behind. So I want you to stay with me so that we learn. The question is simple. Do you think they care? That's the question for today. So we're going to start with our first segment. Our first segment is all about why we care so much about what people think. Why do we care about it so much? And how does this come up, or how does this come about? Let me first say this. Thinking or caring what people think about you doesn't make you weak or make you a loser or anything. It simply makes you human. We all want to belong. We all want to be accepted. We all want to feel seen. And this is in psychology. It's a certain level that happens in our lives. We all want to be accepted somewhere. We want to belong to a certain family. We want to have friends. We want to be acknowledged. You get? So But how does this come about? For many of us, growing up, love came with conditions. For you to be loved, there was a condition. You must do this to get this. You get? So we were only praised, or you were only praised when you performed well. If you didn't perform well, you'd be like, Chiboko will come out. Those are Kings, they said. Chiboko will come out. Abuses will come out. So you'd only get praise when you do what? When you perform well. So you had to first perform well so you got it in your mind that to be praised, you must perform well. You got it in your mind that for you to get love, there must be a condition. You get? We were corrected when we only disappointed. When you disappoint, that's when they collect you. You get? Compared more than understood. For you, why did you fail? Why didn't you do this? What's your problem? Your sister is performing well. Where do you get the issue? We give you everything. And this goes back to parenting. And I would say to teachers. Like, how do we teach these students? For you, if you say the only student who has performed well is well is the best, but can you also understand the one who didn't perform well? What were the issues? As a parent also, before you condemn, before you abuse, before you attack, can you appreciate that, yes, at least your son, your daughter has managed to finish the term, and there's some part where he has performed well, because I believe they don't fail everything. There's some parts that they do pass well, and there are some that they do fail. So before condemning, can you first appreciate, so that your son, your daughter understands that, yes, okay, praise doesn't come after you have performed well. Even when you have not performed well, they will praise you, but at the end, your parenting style comes in. So this is how things become. So we learn to adjust. In that process, you learn to adjust yourself, you learn to explain yourself, and you learn to shrink yourself. You get? And that question becomes automatic in you. The question is, what will they say? If I take this report at home, what are they going to say? Will they even understand? Is the other question. And lastly, you ask yourself, do you think they care? And the worst of it all is social media has made it louder. Likes have become confirmation. Silence feels like rejection. Compulsion has become daily. If I post a video on YouTube and I get 17 views, and then the other posts a video and gets like 220k views, my video will be seen as a rejection or something that has failed. And then the one with the 2020k views will be seen as, it's a confirmation that yes, the video has been accepted. But we forget that also these 17 people that have spared their time to watch, they're also important. So you find someone beating up themselves, like, why did I get 17? The other one has 200 and something K, views. And at the end of it all, compulsion comes in. So you find someone over explaining himself, my videos are not going on well because maybe a poor lighting, but that's not the issue, you get. And then at the end of it all, you shrink yourself, you start hating yourself just because of views and likes. So that's how social media has destroyed everything. And before you know it all, you are not living anymore. You are performing. And that's the worst thing that should never happen in your life. Performing, not living, you're just performing, you're there. Because performing, you're there to please other people. Living, you're living for yourself, you get. But we have to be honest to each other. Many people are tired, and that's the truth. Not because life is so hard, not because life is so complicated, but because they are constantly trying to be accepted. They are trying to be approved. They're trying to be accepted in circles. They've done everything, and people are very, very tired. You get? They're tired. That's the truth. That's the truth of everything. People have failed to start things because they think people are going to judge them. If I start this business, they're going to judge me. I had maybe, let's say, this prominent business and it failed. Now, if they see me in this, they're going to judge me. If I leave this school and I go to this school, it's a low-class school, they're going to, they're going to talk. They're going to see me in a bad, this is what is in people's mind. People have refused to leave certain situations because people will judge them. Someone is in a toxic relationship, but they cannot leave. Someone is going to judge. Like, this man has built you everything, has given you cars. Like, what do you say you're not living a good life? Why are you leaving him? But I know what I'm going through. You get? So you keep in that toxic relationship just because people are going to judge. You fail to live your life because people are going to judge. So you start performing. You don't speak the truth because you don't want to disappoint anyone. You're in a certain group. They go beyond your principles, your values, but you say, I'm okay, I'm fine. Because you don't want to disappoint your friends. You get? So you're there. You wait. You over-explain, you adjust. And slowly, you disappear. And like this Mavin, we no longer understand what happened to Mavin. Mavin used to be like this. What happened to him? He was a jolly person, but just because you overperformed, you didn't live your life, you get. And all because of this question that we are talking about. Do you think they do care? But the painful truth is here. And that is the truth that I want you to hear with love. Most people are not thinking about you as much as you think. You might think people have time for you, but they don't. That's the truth. And hear it with love. People are not thinking about you as much as you think. You get? People, they are busy fighting their own battles. Someone went through a heartbreak. One lost a mother. Someone has lost a job. And that's a person you're thinking about that. They're looking at me, they're thinking about me. I don't want to disappoint them. They're nursing their heartbreaks, financial disappointments. You get? People are trying to survive their own lives. Someone doesn't have supper. Someone has looked for a man for some good years. It's not seeing the man. So it's trying to survive in their own life. Many are carrying their own pain. One, as I said, lost a job. Maybe their business, KCCA is putting on a seal on their business. They haven't paid revenue. And for you, you're thinking that they are thinking about you as much. But they are not. You get? The same people you're afraid of disappointing, we'll be honest, may not even notice how much you sacrifice. Because they also have their own issues. They have their own challenges that they're facing as human beings. The same people you're trying to impress will move on quickly than you expected. Because you thought they're focusing on you. But the truth is, they never and they were not focusing on you. And yes, that can hurt so much because you expected a lot from these people and you're not getting it. So you feel bad at the end of it all. And yes, it's true. It's painful. It's hurting. But can we blame ourselves because it's us who put a lot of expectations on these people? Yet they are also going through a lot as human beings. You get? We don't need to blame them because they also have their own challenges. They have their own battles that they're fighting, their own pain that they are carrying. They're trying to survive their own lives. You get? So the truth is not meant to break you. As I said in the first place, it's meant to free you. It's meant for you to understand. But everyone is carrying their own cross. They're going somewhere. Everyone is in their own journey. Same goes to you. So stay in your lane, you get? Because if they're not watching you closely, then why not live free? Like in your life, why don't you live freely? Why don't you be honest to yourself? You get? So living for other people will always, and it comes at a cost, and a big cost. Because one, you postponed your dreams, you wanted to start a business, but because you feared people are going to talk about you, you left your dream. You wanted to start a business, and there was that one road trip that your friends told you about, and you couldn't miss that trip, because if you miss that trip, you are going to disappoint the friends. So you refuse to be honest and truthful to them and tell them, I cannot come because the money I have, I want to start a business. So you put the money in that trip. You'll be like, anyway, I'll get money some other time and then start my business again. Boom, you have postponed your dream. You get? You silence your voice. You refuse to leave that toxic relationship just because people are going to judge you. You're in a violent relationship. You're on that toxic job of yours just because your uncle, your dad got it for you. You don't want to disappoint him. You don't want to annoy him. You refuse to quit. You stay there. You're silenced. You get? You stay where you're not growing. As I said, it's a job. You're not being elevated. You're not being promoted. You refuse to leave. What other example can I give? It's a group of friends. Every time they're just diluting you, they're taking your money. You are the big spender in the group. You're not growing at any one point. You're just there. But you refuse to leave. This is what it costs you when you live for other people. You get? You choose comfort over calling. You just settle for nothing. You get? Because maybe it's fear to start over. Because people are going to talk about you. People are going to say a lot about you. Like, why did a person was living well, now is in this side? So you stay. You choose comfort over calling. And the saddest part I want to tell everyone is this. You can be loved and still feel lost. You can be praised and still feel empty. You can be surrounded and still feel alone. Do you know why? Because when you do abandon yourself, no amount of approval can replace that. The day you abandon yourself, the day you stop living and start performing for others, it will cost you a lot, because no amount of approval can replace that in your life, honestly. So, well, we have understood everything, but now the main question is, where is the turning point? Or what's the turning point? Number one thing is choosing yourself. I want to tell you this, and I want to say it clearly, that choosing yourself is not being selfish. It's what we call self-respect. Self-respect is something important that you need as a person, and it's the number one thing for you to turn around and change your life. So choosing yourself means honoring your values, understanding. Say, I have these principles. If you go beyond this line, me and you are over. If you do this to me, nope, you cannot step on me like that. You get? Choosing yourself means protecting your peace. Peace is something that is important. That's basically for your mental health. Because when you have peace, you're free to grow and you can move freely. Imagine when you don't have peace. That's the most sad bit of it, like in life. So peace is so important, and you need it. When you choose yourself, you speak your truth kindly. Like, yes, I choose myself. I know you did this and this, and the truth is I didn't like it, and this is what happened. You become truthful, Choosing yourself means that you're making decisions aligning with who you are becoming, not who they want. This, if you don't choose yourself, you make decisions for what they want you to be. You get? But when you choose yourself, you make decisions for who you are becoming. When you choose yourself, you stop over-explaining because you know who you are. Like, why do I need to explain myself to people? I'm starting a podcast. Why starting a podcast? Because I know what I want to become, and I know how it's going to help me. So don't say anything. You get? I don't have to explain myself to you. So if you don't understand me, it's okay. And it leads me to this point that when you choose yourself, you let people misunderstand you. And I want to tell you this, there is no one who will ever understand you apart from yourself and God. You and God are the person that can understand whatever is going in your life or whatever you want. If you have a dream that you want to start, people A, people B, they will never understand it. You might, like when I was starting my podcast, a few people believed in me. They were like, Mavin, when you manage even a person who never used to talk, what are you going to tell people? But I let them be with their misunderstanding, and I moved on because they don't understand. And you have a challenge in this world that people will never understand your dream, not until you prove to them that it really works. In the first stages, everyone will leave you. It can even be your family. They will reject you. They'll be, you start like a business, there's no future. You have heard stories from artists. Families disown them. They're like, you've went into music? Are you going to even get anything? But at the end of it all, after it working out, they're like, hey, you are right. You are right. So that's the problem. No one will ever understand your dream until you prove it to them that it really works. You get? When you accept yourself, you will understand that not everyone will stay. You understand that people will come and go. People will leave you because of you being truthful to yourself. So you will understand that people come, go, people stay, people leave. And yes, some people will be uncomfortable when you grow. This is so common, and you ask yourself, what did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. People are so uncomfortable when you grow. People want you in a stage or at a point where they can control you from, where they can just tune you and play you from there. That's what people want. People want you to be at a certain point, like, yes, Mavin, where are you? Come and do this. But Mavin, I'm busy, I'm engaged. You became proud, but you're busy. So people just leave, and they'll be so uncomfortable when you grow. You should understand. But the last point is that growth always offends comfort. When you're growing, comfortability starts leaving you. Like you feel like you need to do something better. You don't need to remain at a certain level. You need to be better in this and that. That's what we call growth in life. Number 2 point that I was talking about, after choosing yourself, we need courage in all of this, because yes, you can choose yourself, but if you don't have courage, it becomes so hard. And I want to tell you that courage is not loud. Courage is quiet. Courage is choosing yourself even when your voice is shaking. You choose yourself when you don't even believe that yes, but you be like, yes, I know I can make it. You're quaking, but you choose yourself. Courage is standing firm when everyone, or when you are misunderstood. You can't do this, you can't do this. But you're like, Mavin, I'm standing firm. I can do this. And eventually you do it. Courage is moving forward without asking for permission. Now, why did you start this? Why didn't you first consult person A? Why didn't you go and see your uncle? Why didn't you talk to your... It's courage. You've started, you don't need permission because you know what you want as a person. Some people will leave when you change, as I explained up there. And that doesn't mean you are wrong. It means alignment has changed. The first alignment was there and it was that at that level, and the alignment has now changed. You're totally in different places. You get. So some people will go. On this, I want to tell you that peace is expensive, but the price to peace is courage. Peace is expensive and courage is the price. If you don't have courage, you will not have peace. If you accept to be stepped over, you will not have peace. If you don't accept to be misunderstood, you will not have peace. Because every time you'll be misunderstood, you'll be like, what have I done wrong? And then you're just disturbing your mental health. So peace is very, very, very expensive. But courage is the price to that. I want us to have a reflective moment. I want us to reflect and understand all of this. And I'm saying, if you're listening to this and you are tired of trying, you are tired of proving, you are tired of showing, you are tired of explaining yourself, hear this. You don't need, hear this, you don't need to prove your worth. You don't need anyone's permission to rest. You don't need approval to be yourself. Marvin, we don't like the way you cut your hair, but this is how I want it. We don't like the way you talk, but this is me. You know, being yourself, be you. There are certain things I cannot do. Why don't you drink alcohol? You're not a man enough. It's okay, but that's me. So you get, you are enough while you are becoming. Don't go on everyone's ride. Don't just accept to be misunderstood and just live your life honestly. You'll be well and you'll be fine. So allow me to ask this one question one more time because you are closing soon. Do you think they care? Some will, some won't. But the most important question is, do you care about your life? That's the most important question. Do you care about your life? If yes, then do the needful. So as we continue through 2026, let go of what you can't control. But be brave enough to choose yourself and give yourself permission to begin again. And you will enjoy life. I want to thank everyone that has watched with me from the start until the end. I will continuously continue to do such kind of episodes for everyone. You know, we rarely get such kind of information as young people. And if you get such kind of information and there is someone who needs it, share it. But it's time to choose yourself. It's time to be brave enough and move on. You don't need anyone's permission to rest. You don't need anyone's permission to do whatever you want. If your dream is A, go pursue it. And if you haven't watched our last episode, you can go and watch it. It's talking about letting go, you know, and not being afraid. If you know those, you let go, don't be afraid, and then you come to this, you choose yourself. After choosing yourself, you understand what I need is courage. And after knowing that, you get peace and you'll be so good. So in 2026, I want us to move together. I want us to grow together. And I believe we shall do. If you haven't subscribed, I beg, subscribe, leave a comment. And thank you for watching with me. I remain as Marvin from AM MAVIN 256 Podcast. And 2026, we are working together. Thank you. Till we meet next time. Bye-bye.
Welcome to AM MAVIN 256, the pulse of the youth, where reality meets conversation. Get ready for real talk on mental health, life hustles, politics, entertainment, and everything in between. Your platform, your voice, your vibe. Let's move the conversation forward.